This farm giveaway update is brought to you by OnX Hunt, the nation's #1 GPS hunting app. 4 videos in on our epic 30th anniversary farm giveaway, and we're pulling back the curtain to give you Mark and Terry Drury's insight on deer movement on the west end of the property for this Missouri slice of hunting heaven that could be all yours. In case you're living under a rock, Drury Outdoors is giving away the farm as a way to say thank you for all the support over our last 30 years. So just go to your app store and download the DeerCast app or head to DeerCast.com and enter today. This episode of DoD TV is brought to you by RTP Outdoors, home of the groundbreaking Groundbreaker 3-in-1 food plot implement.
Well, this is the first in a series. We're going to break down the camera locations we chose, and we're going to look at each camera by camera. The first one we're going to is that timber camera. Put it over there in the west part of the farm, those big open, beautiful hardwoods, and let's take a look at all the pictures from that camera and then talk about what we may need to do to improve it just a little bit.
Well, and we gave him a kind of a 10,000 look view, you know, and with the drone, showed where those camera locations were at and just exactly what we're going to be talking about as far as tracks, trails, rubs, and all the things that go into it.
Absolutely. So Terry, the first of our 3 cameras, locations that we want to break down, let's talk about that wood set over to the west, kind of southwest part of the property. Pictures were pretty decent. They were best during the rut, surprise, surprise. One really nice, looked like a mature deer, like a 4-year-old to me. We need a name for him, by the way. We need help there. After looking through all the pictures over there, what was your assessment in general?
Well, I think it's fairly typical from, you know, an area that's timbered. And, you know, I'm not 100% certain why you put the camera, why you chose that particular spot. I assume it was some trails and maybe you had some rubs or scrapes on either side of that. But it seemed like pretty typical rut travel, you know, like you were going to see some bucks regardless. You know, that farm is such that whether it's in the bedding or whether it's down in that food plot, you know, during a dry time of the year, they're going to be hitting that pond. So they're going to be going some transverse movement that's going to be going across that property. You know, it's situated such that you should see a lot of north and south stuff, but that just seemed like it was maybe some transverse activity from typical rut travel patterns.
No doubt, and to me, after I put the camera there probably in September, and it didn't have a lot of traffic early on, and it's not that timber's kind of open. It looks more like a turkey hunting timber than a deer hunting timber. And I think it really needs some select cut in there. That's my opinion, but I don't want to go in there and cut some person's timber before they win it because they may not want to do that. But for me, for bedding cover, I think it needs to be cut. And I chose that spot because there was a crossing there. I walked that entire ditch for probably, my goodness, I'll bet you 500-600 yards. And then I was like, you know what, this is a pretty good crossing. So I put it there, let the camera run all year. Traffic was decent, but I think it'd be better if it was a little thicker. And obviously the traffic during the rut was decent. You know, I could just see if you were sitting there with a gun, him coming through during the rifle season, you got your deer because you could see quite far in that timber right there.
With that said, we've got some brushy areas kind of to the east of that where it looks like there might be a substantial amount of bedding, but I wouldn't be afraid to go in there and do a little hinge cutting, just a little bit, and maybe be selective about where we do that hinge cutting on some hickories or something that may or may not, you know, really give you the mass crop that you're looking for. So I don't think it would hurt to go in there and maybe even do a little bit of direction. You know, if we do the right hinge cutting, we can kind of direct them where we want them to go.
I would do the same. I would do some cutting in select areas, but somebody's going to win it, and they'll have to make that decision because I'm not going to go cut somebody else's timber because we know we're giving it away.
You're not going to use a chainsaw?
No, not on this piece. Mine, yes. Not on this one yet.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This segment of DoD TV was brought to you by Ram Trucks. Guts, Glory, Ram.